Good day, everyone. This is Polyphenol's, and welcome to DDO Players News, where we take a look at lasers in DDO and on the tabletop. And please welcome my co-host from Ravenloft, Draculetta.
Hey now, everybody. How's it going?
Hello there, Drac. Has everything settled down over in Barovia?
Hell no.
No?
No, it's still a big, giant mess of a thing. But, what are you going to do?
What we're going to do, I guess you have to weather the storm.
At least we're recording on the correct night, though. So there's that.
Ooh, some stars must have aligned in the universe.
Exactly.
We better be careful that it doesn't set off a supernova or something.
Well, something like that. Wendigo attacks or something. Who knows what's coming next?
Well, we'll just have to go and find out. But let's head into our news, and it looks like that we have had an update, a micro update, sort of a fixing of a fix.
It's a little tiny fixing of a fix of a fix. I do believe. I think this was the
fix of a fix.
I think this was the fix for the fix that they fixed, but they fixed that fix or something like that. Yeah, we had an update today. Update 56.3 was released today as we record this October 5th. So this is brand new. If you're listening live and you log into the game, you're going to have an update. If you haven't logged in yet, you're going to have an update. It's a teeny update, so it shouldn't take long. I actually haven't updated mine yet, but that's neither here nor there. Not a lot was in this. Basically, bug fixes. They corrected an issue that was causing players' shared account bank custom tabs to be reset when logging into a character that had not yet had a versioning done on it after the last update, 56.2, which restored items that had previously become invisible. So hence the fix of the fix for the fix. Note, though, this fix... See, they're just fixing
another versioning change.
Lots of things. This fix did require a versioning change. Meaning that the player's shared account bank custom tabs will be reset upon logging in following when you log in after today for 56.3. They do... Oh, go ahead.
I better be happy that I had never gotten around to putting in any custom tabs on my bank.
I've done it on one character, but I don't do it a lot. Okay. So, yeah, I'm glad I didn't do it on every character because this would be a pain in the butt if I did it on every character. So basically, it's going to be reset. Sorry about that. Change it. Should be good. Hopefully, knock on wood and all that. They don't anticipate, words are hard, that further work will be required in the near future. That could cause players' tabs to need to be reset again, but you never know, and they apologize for the inconvenience. So if you do custom bank tabs on all of your characters, you're in for a bad time after you log in. But it should just be a quick fix because you know how you like to set them back up, and should be, knock on wood, good to go. Also, the archetype selection menu is now present during character generation. That is going to prevent players from accidentally skipping the stage where they select their archetype if they choose to do so.
What exactly do they mean by this? It's now present during character generation. Since, isn't it already present during character generation? Because I
thought it was. I haven't actually done this either before or after this patch, so
I created an archetype just last night, and that's why I'm wondering.
Yeah, I assumed it was in there. I am not sure. If anybody knows, write into the show because I have no idea. Like I said, I haven't messed with archetypes at all. I haven't logged in since the patch that brought them out, so I haven't even created one. So I don't know, but apparently it wasn't in there, but you're saying it was in there?
Well, when I select a class, then when I choose the path for the class, the archetype was one of the selections there, I believe.
So I'm not sure.
Or was it a separate? Actually, I'm trying to remember where it was. It could be. Now, it was pretty subtle, I think, on where it was. So maybe maybe
it's more prominent now. Yeah, like I said, I probably should have logged in and looked at that before or after, but here we are. The button to upgrade your character bank is now in its correct location. Always good when those buttons are in the right spot. And Shadow Blades have been removed from players' reincarnation cache. This is going to allow players to true and iconic reincarnate once again. And if a chat connection error does occur when loading into the game, the retry will now happen after 1 minute.
Okay, now I presume that they're saying allowing players to do true and iconic reincarnations again. That they're talking about that's only people who had Shadow Blades in the reincarnation class.
Correct.
TR, because I did a TR yesterday. So
correct. Yeah, there was that was a known issue for a while. There was a whole thing going on with Shadow Blades. We won't get into that because it was a whole thing, and that's kind of what caused the whole issue. The last couple of weeks, it was a whole thing.
I thought Shadow Blades were supposed to disappear when you log out.
That was the problem. They weren't.
Okay.
Therein lies the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is now fixed. So everybody should be good to go. And yeah, it was causing people wouldn't be able to do true and iconic reincarnations. It was causing some other problems. So yeah, but that is now a thing of the past. We don't need to speak of that any longer. And there's your 56.3 patch. Not a lot, really. Like I said, just these minor little bug fixes. I guess one of them was kind of major, but nothing, else new that was in the patch. It was just all a little bug fix patch.
There we go. And then let's out and look at what's going on with Night Revels, because I've heard that it has returned.
Yes, yay! My favorite event in DDO is back. It is the Night Revels from Wednesday, October 5th, which is today, through November 1st. You can run the Night Revels. You can jump on over to the Night Revels guide if you need to know exactly what's up with the Night Revels. Nothing has changed from last year. The only thing that has changed is there's some new rewards, but all of the dungeons are the same. Everything is the same, other than there's some new rewards. And you got me, SSG. You got me.
What, with those cloaks?
The cloaks and the horse. Oh my God, the horse is freaking amazing. If you're watching the YouTube version of the podcast, it is up on your screen now, so you can see the pretty horsey that I speak of, and the cloaks. The cloak, I really like the cloak. It's skeleton outline is what the cloak is. What they need to do for next year is make armor that looks like the skeleton. And then we can cosplay as Johnny from The Karate Kid, which Pine Leaf doesn't get that joke, but other people are laughing right now.
Okay.
I knew you weren't going to get that joke. I've been waiting all day to make that joke because, yeah, that really reminds me of that. If they make some armor, Karate Kid cosplay in DDO. People are laughing right now, Pine Leaf. They are.
Okay, if you say so.
Take my word for it. But yeah, Night Revels is back. Like I said, everything is the same. It's a level 7 to 35. I didn't have a chance to jump on before we started to record to see how much grinding you're going to have to do to get this stuff. But last year, the rewards, it wasn't horrible. The amount of ingredients you needed for the stuff wasn't horrible. So I'm sure it's going to be a little bit of grind. But I'll be doing that because I want the horse and the cloak. There's also a shield. I don't have any characters that use shield. The shield's kind of cool though. It's like a skull motif on the shield. If I had a character that used shield, I would probably want to get it, but I don't have a shield user, so I don't care.
Looks like something you would see in the Tomb of Horrors.
Sort of, yeah. I could see that, but this horse is chef's kiss. Chef's kiss to whoever came up with this horse. Love it. So yeah, get your Night Revel on now through November 1st. So I should have plenty of time to get my horsey.
Then let's go and find out what's coming in from the dungeon. we have Dungeons and Dragons action figures.
Oh my God, I squealed like a little schoolgirl when I seen this. I am not going to lie. I'll admit it. These are freaking amazing. Yes, if you are a fan of the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, Target has what you need for your nostalgia fix. Yes, Target. This is a Target exclusive, so you can order them online. They didn't say if they were going to be in stores when they are released. I assume you'll be able to get them in stores as well. They do have them for pre-order now online. Over in the article on DDO Players, it's linked. But this is exactly what you think they are. You can get a 2-pack of the Dungeon Master and Avenger. Makes sense that they're together. They also come with dice as well. So you get one die per action figure. And then we have a Bobby and Uni. Uni. Then we have a Diana. And then we have a Hank. So, little curious why we don't have a Presto, Eric, and Sheila yet. I'm assuming they'll come out in wave 2. They must be doing these in 2 waves. I reached out to Hasbro for clarification on that, and I didn't get an answer back from them. So I'm assuming we're going to see a Presto, an Eric, and a Sheila at some point. Because if you look at the dice you get, we're missing 3 sets of dice. Or 3 individual die, I should say.
Now, I also know something a little strange here is that Dinah on that D20, it shows a 20 on the 20 face, while on the other one, the 20 face shows an ampersand.
Yes, that I assume they did that because of Dungeon Master, maybe. I don't know. I kind of thought that was weird too. But yeah, the Dungeon Master and Avenger 2-pack is $49.99, and then all the individual kids are $24.99. These are fully posable. They have little extras that comes with them, like Avenger comes with a sword that you can put in his hand. Bobby has his club. Diana has her staff. And, of course, Eric has his bow, of course. So, or not Eric, I'm sorry, Hank has his bow. So, awesome. These look really good from the pictures. I'm hoping this is what they'll look like once they're actually released. No release date on these, at least that I can find. In the press release from Hasbro, there was no release date anyway, other than they are on pre-order now on Target. So you can go over to Target.com. I have it linked. You can pre-order these. Get them as soon as they're released. These are amazing. Amazing.
Amazing. Let's go and find out what's on the tabletop. Where Toy Foundation's Toy of the Year awards have been announced.
Yes, the Toy of the Year for 2022. Can you guess, finally, what is the best toy of the year, according to the Toy Foundation?
The best toy of the year from 2022.
There's a lot of toys, but one stands above the rest, according to the Toy Foundation.
I wouldn't know.
Pokemon Go Elite Trainer Box. Yes, Pokemon,
okay.
the card game, is the toy of the year.
I was not aware that Pokemon was hitting new heights this year.
I didn't either. I didn't know Pokemon was still a thing. I knew Pokemon Go was still around because I do still see people play it out and about every once in a while. So, yeah, apparently the Pokemon Go Elite Trainer Box is pretty darn cool because it's the toy of the year. And then they also announced all the other categories, like the action figure of the year was the Jurassic World Dominion Super Colossus Gigantosaurus.
You're saying Pokemon Go beat out a Giganosaurus?
Yes, indeed it did.
Whew.
The Gigantosaurus won the action figure of the year, though, because apparently there's no Pokemon action figures, I guess. Or they're not as cool as the Gigantosaurus. I'm not sure. The collectible of the year went to Lego minifigures The Muppets. Construction toy of the year, Lego Marble I Am Groot. Which... Lego, God bless Lego. It's still a thing after all these years. Creative toy of the year, Magic Mixie's Magical Crystal Ball. No clue what that is. I've never even heard of that, but congratulations. The doll of the year is the Black Panther. Let's try that again. Black Panther Wakanda Forever Fresh Fierce Collection by the Fresh Dolls. That's a real mouthful.
Right.
The grown-up toy of the year is Lego Ideas The Office.
Of course.
The infant toddler toy of the year is Coco Melon Ultimate Learning Adventure Bus. Because anything Coco Melon is awesome for infants and toddlers. If you know, you know. License of the year is Squishmallows. I see Squishmallows everywhere.
Squishmallows?
Yeah, they're like giant, fluffy plush toys, I guess is the best way to describe them. They've got little small ones and then they have real big ones. They're everywhere. I see them everywhere. The outdoor tour of the year is Twister Splash.
Hold on. Twister?
I didn't even know Twister was still a thing. But apparently there's a water version of Twister for outdoors.
Okay.
And it won the toy of the year. Who knows? See, who know? You were learning so much stuff from this list, like, oh my God, that is still a thing.
Yeah.
The Lego Super Mario Adventures with Peach starter course is the playset of the year. The 16-inch Squashmallow is the plush toy of the year. Preschool toy of the year is Crayola Color and Erase reusable mat. Mario Kart 24V Ride-On Racer is the Ride-On toy of the year. They have a lot of niche categories for this award, as you can see. Specialty toy of the year is the Ann Williams Craptastic Nature Scavenger Hunt Potions and Snap Circuits. Okay. The STEM toy of the year is Bill Nye's VR Science Kit. Yay, Bill Nye. And finally, the vehicle of the year is the Lego Technique McLaren Formula One race car. There you go. There's our toy of the year.
McLaren Formula One race car. Right.
Again, now, Lego.
Okay, well, I suppose Lego Formula One works as well as there's Lego for everything else, right? I'm just wondering, is that the original origin of the typo that says STEAM instead of STEM toy of the year? I just think seeing this VR science kit having steam pipes going into it.
I didn't even notice that. That's kind of hilarious. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Okay. A little bit of a steampunk version of science, yes.
Hey, that would be awesome, actually. Somebody needs to make that happen.
Okay. So the Pokemon Go thing was toy of the year, but
that's
it didn't win
toy
any category.
See, that's weird, right? It's like Lego won everything else. So you would think with Lego winning as many categories as it did, that would take toy of the year. But no. Yeah, Pokemon rules.
I guess for me, because I'm used to fairs, in a county fair, and if you don't win a category, you can't win best in...
Exactly. Who knows? I don't know.
Like that, right?
According to the Toy Foundation, they must love their Pokemon. They're at the Toy Foundation.
Love the Pokemon. Okay. Well then, let's then go from the Toy of the Year into Elden Ring, where we have Elden Ring, the board game.
Okay, so who among us did not see this coming? If you did not think they were going to make an Elden Ring board game, raise your hand. See, nobody has their hand up right now because everybody knew this was coming. I'm shocked it took this long. And I'm not shocked it's from Steamforged Games as well.
Well, you said you might be surprised that it took this. I mean, we have some games, some video games that took a long time before they got board game version.
That is true, but Elden Ring is huge. It was really huge when it's still pretty huge right now. It's not as huge as when it first came out. Some of us haven't played it yet, me, but see, I can now because my new PC can actually run it. So I'm gonna have to like cough the money up and buy it now, because I couldn't play it before, but now I can, and I must have it. But yes, Elden Ring, the board game, coming from Steamforged Games, who has done many other video games to board games, and some of them they've done well, some of them they've done Resident Evil, they've done Dark Souls, which kind of ties into the Elden Ring, and Horizon Zero Dawn, among the few of it. They also announced, of course, this is coming to one guess, Kickstarter.
Well, actually, these days it's not as obvious because you have.
It's true.
You do have other.
You had GameFound. You have.
And now it's.
What's the other one? I forgot the other one that you have.
Yeah, the other one that was.
What's the? I can't think of the name of it. But yeah. So yeah, this is going to be crowdsourced through Kickstarter, which so far, to my knowledge, I think Steamforged has only ever used Kickstarter. They haven't used any of the others, but I mean, given time, they might use some of the others. The Elden Ring, the board game, will, of course, cast players as Tarnished. It's going to support solo play and parties up to 4. They are going to experience game challenges, fighting through intelligent, dice-free combat, which kind of scares me. How are you going to do combat without dice? I'm seeing a lot of cards, I guess. They haven't really said, but that kind of has me going.
Well, combat without dice is actually not all that rare.
Yeah, but name one game where it was pulled off and it was actually pulled off well without dice. Because I can't think of an example.
Gloomhaven?
Well, okay. I guess I didn't even think about Gloomhaven, but yeah, it was done pretty well in Gloomhaven. Okay, all right. I'll give you Gloomhaven. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I was thinking about other games because I have a couple other like dungeon crawler games that don't have dice and it uses cards and it's horrible.
Okay.
But Gloomhaven, they did pull it off. And of course, there's going to be miniatures, lots and lots of miniatures. The first
games.
One, yeah, of course, it's going to be one of those games. A couple of the miniatures they did show off. Of course, one of them they showed off everybody's favorite boss that loves to kill you in Elden Ring, Marguerite, the Fell Omen. She looks more horrifying in this miniature than she does in the video game. So yeah. So there you go. So Elden Ring coming soon to Kickstarter. Keep an eye on the site and the podcast. We'll talk about it once it's closer. They didn't say when. I'm guessing probably early 2023, but I mean, it could still be this year, but my guess is it's going to be 2023 before this launches, but we'll find out and we'll let you know. Elden Ring, the board game.
I had to make a guess on how much that's going to make in Kickstarter.
I bet it'll do at least $1 million.
Yeah, my question was going to be how many millions.
Well, I'll go out on a limb and I'll say 2.5.
2.5. All right. So
we'll see we'll double back to this and see how wrong I was.
All right. Then let's head into our week in gaming. Drac, what were you up to?
No gaming at all, because I was trying to survive life and stress and depression and life and crap and everything that goes with it. So yeah, no gaming for me. Hopefully when we record, knock on wood, next week, I will have some games to talk about, I hope. So we'll see.
We hope.
I hope. I am just, yeah. Anyway, no. So, at least you played some games, it looks like.
Yeah. All right. I will go first of all in DDO, where my Tabaxi monk continue along in Ravenloft, where I most recently ran the Final Vintage and Yesterhill. So I'm halfway through the final section of Ravenloft, so I have only 2 more quests there before I finish that up. And on my Alchemist, I finished off, well, sort of finished off on the Temple of Elemental Evil. I finished the 4 nodes that you have to go through for those 4 elements in there. And then I went into the revised version of the Zugetmoy section. And I
And
had
you
thought,
soundly beat her, right?
I had thought when they described this that they were going to say that they have made Zugetmoy a little bit more approachable in being able to complete it. I don't believe a word of it.
So you're saying no, you did not.
Actually, I think I made further progress with Zugetmoy than
Okay.
ever
All right.
before I got killed.
There you go. Okay.
But I noticed that when trying to get back in there and trying second and maybe a third time in going inside there to take on Zugetmoy, that my hirelings do nothing but get themselves killed very, very quickly. So the hirelings, it looks like in that particular one, aren't particularly useful because
That kind of was always the case because of the mechanics with the whole mushroom.
yeah, because of the
and,
mechanics.
Yeah.
Right. So the hirelings aren't doing anything productive in there, and I think the scenario is being made more difficult because I have the hirelings in there.
Right.
I mean, I think I actually found a mushroom in order to cleanse myself, which was a new thing for that. I think I finally found that on the second attempt on there.
Okay.
It's just that we had Zugetmoy, then we had all the ads, we had completely dead hirelings in there. And what am I supposed to do in order to stay
Exactly.
alive? I mean, so in other words, yeah, once again, all I could say is that now, instead of being unable to complete 1/2 of the Temple of Elemental Evil, now I'm only unable to complete 1/7 of it.
Well, see, progress.
Progress.
Progress has
Split
been
it up.
made.
Yes. So yes, trouble with Zugetmoy. Now, I had not played my level 20 Warlock for a long time, and I thought, all right, I want to have a try at a Storm Singer. So I decided to TR my level 20 Warlock into a Storm Singer, and so now I have a level 1 Storm Singer, and I decided to head out to the Borderlands. And previous life is Gnome. So I have something like this is a, okay, level 2 now, but as a level 1 character,
Mm-hmm.
I had a UMD, use magical device or whatever that's called,
Mm-hmm.
of 16. I mean, that was just out of the roof between my high charisma, past life gnome,
Right.
and all these other sorts. I just had all of these things that were just pumping into UMD in there. So when I ran into the thing in the orcs area where it says, "Oh, you could use this, or UMD. Which one would you like to use in order to try to take care of this table here?" I mean,
I'm going to pick UMD.
Whoa.
I always choose UMD. Always.
Well, yeah, but a lot of my characters don't have it.
Well,
But
that's
I know
true.
you're usually playing a rogue,
Mm-hmm.
so
Or a warlock, so yeah. So,
or
yeah.
warlock, so you probably tend to have that in there.
Mm-hmm. I do, yeah. Most of the time.
So in this case, though, well, that's right, because I'm playing a bard, so therefore you also get it as a bard in there. So that between that and all these other sources, I just had this really, really high UMD for that character. Oh, that's right. Plus I think my charisma right now is 20.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just as I said, just out, out of the roof for what I've got right
I
now in
guess
there.
so.
Yes. Now over in Lotro, and I usually don't go to Lotro in here, but I decided to do it this week. Is I've created a Hobbit lore master because now you can, and in that I've managed to spend a lot of time with the Hobbit lore master in there, and I was running missions, and I was getting a lot of IXP for the character. And this now goes into what we now call a reward track in Lotro to help on your legendary items in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I managed to hit the cap on the legendary item track for the season in there because I think we're 2 months into a 3-month season. And the final reward there, I had thought that the final reward must have been some imitation of what I was thinking of or something like this. But I confirmed yesterday that the final reward for this season's track is a horse that you really wish that you had.
It is not the red skeleton steed.
Oh, you wanted the red one.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. This one was the white one.
Oh, no, I have the white one.
Oh, you have the white one.
I was going to say, if you're even telling me it's the red skeleton steed, no. Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, I forgot that was the red one that you
It's the red one, yes. Yes.
Okay.
The red one, so we're fine.
All right, okay.
If you want backstory on that, you'll have to listen to the Lotro Players podcast. It's well known and been going on forever.
Yeah, I forgot about the red one.
Yeah, it's the red one.
And how do you get the red one? Is that
it's unless they've changed it. It used to be you only got it out of one of the boxes. It was a reward from the boxes, and every time I would get one, I would get the stupid white one every time.
Okay. Oh, I see the trouble there. All right. Anyway, so I had on that. So no, it wasn't the red one. It was the white one.
So I don't have to grind all this stuff real quick. Okay, cool.
Okay. So it's all right with the world then.
I was getting ready to fire up Lotro right now and start grinding all this stuff, but okay, we're cool.
Okay. Good thing we got that cleared away.
Yeah, we're cool. Okay.
Did that. All right. Now, in tabletop, I guess my game of the week that I had in tabletop was Empires of the North, which is Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North. So I had some fun playing.
Okay, I seen that, and I was going to ask, I'm like, Imperial Settler? Because I was trying to think of what the Empires of the North, and that was the only thing I could think of. Okay.
Yeah, so it's Empires of the North and theirs. And I decided that I like Empires of the North a lot better than Imperial Settlers. It took me a little time before I decided to get Empires of the North because I was thinking it was just a rehash of Imperial Settlers, but it feels more like a very different game that's set in the same universe as opposed to a rehash of the original game in there. So a lot of fun playing on that, and I'm looking forward to an expansion that looks like it's coming out in Essen that's designed for solo play, for a solo campaign. So we'll see how that works when that comes along. And that's it for my gaming for this week. We currently have 16 supporters on Patreon. If you'd like to help support DDO players, you can go to the nation's Patreon to support the Players Alliance on Patreon. Your money will be used for podcast hosting, website hosting, and to pay for our live shows. Do we have any emails this week?
We do not. Email us because we need them.
Yeah, if you'd like to send one, you can send it to podcast at ddoplayers.com, and you can also follow us at Twitter, the Players Alliance at Players Alliance, DDO Players at DDO Players, Dracula at Dracula_72, and Polyp at Polyp Needles. The Players Alliance has 2 shows. On Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, we have Lotro Players News, and we record DDO Players when Draculetta is available. You can join us for our
Sorry.
What?
I said, sorry,
Yeah.
life.
You can join us for our shows at ddoplayers.com/live. And that's all for tonight. And this is Polyp Needles reminding you to quest responsibly.